Throughout the years, YouTube has become one of, if not the most recognizable product off the internet. But of course, it wasn't always that way. YouTube has come a long way from the broadcast yourself days, which was basically the bogus ass webcam days, but man, do I miss them. Back in those days, you can legit blow up off of anything you put your mind to. It don't have to be the most creative, or it don't even have to have the most funding to even create anything. Yes, you can blow up off of literally anything. And then was the days when the 7-second shorts was shorts and they was blowing up, but they wasn't considered shorts. They was just regular YouTube videos. Like, do you remember Fred? Fred blew up on YouTube in a time when nobody was really watching YouTube like they do now. Fred blew up off of his personality, and personally, I didn't like his personality that much, but he definitely blew up. And he blew up to a point where he eventually starred in his own movie. And his movie had the likes of John Cena in it. And back then it was like, oh my God, you can really do that. Nobody knew what YouTube would become, and YouTube can provide to people like they did for Fred. And Fred was at one point, I believe, the most subscribed YouTube channel at a point. But shortly after his Fred stint in the movie, his stint went down and he eventually lost a little bit of viewership, but I think he's gaining it back now. But that was the time of YouTube that I miss. The early days of YouTube, the days that we will never get back. So you could say YouTube will never be the same again. So today I will be going over many different eras of YouTube, 4 different eras in specific, with the first being the anything goes era. And the anything goes era speaks for itself. Anything goes. Literally, you can upload a 7-second video and you could get 100 million views. Of course, it amasses over time, but it was a lot of videos like that in that time. This time in YouTube, you had the Charlie Bit My Finger memes, and nobody, I guarantee you, nobody knows why that video truly blew up. It blew up to the point where it has hundreds of millions of views, but nobody could tell you why. And it's all like, man, at this point in YouTube, you could really blow up from anything. That's why it's the anything goes era. But you did have the likes of Chocolate Rain in this era, and Chocolate Rain blew up more than you would think too. Chocolate Rain was a video of a man singing a song and he was like, Chocolate Rain. And it blew up and it got over 140 million views right now. And now that video, it actually took skill and it took patience and it took timing to do what he did. A lot of the most of the videos in this time, it didn't take any skill except for the skill of entertaining an audience. Obviously that's a skill, that's a very important skill, but outside of that, it didn't take no skill, it didn't take no technology, it didn't take no equipment. All you had to do was just record yourself on a beat up video or beat up camera or a beat up phone, and you would get as many views as possible, which is why this is one of the eras I miss. But it is definitely and most certainly the most forgettable era out of this entire video. Or it can be this next segment, which is the video news clips edits era. Now that era was crazy. In this era, we had all type of video clips, news clips blowing up. And yes, they were amassing millions of views as well. The news clips era was very similar to the era before, but it was more to it. It was more editing, it was more entertaining, and it was funnier because they actually got it from video clips online of people going on the news and saying funny stuff, and they actually made edits to it, which made it even funnier. Like, I know you remember the hide your kids, hide your wife. That was a time. Everybody was playing that in school, and yes, I probably was in like 4th, 5th grade, but everybody was playing it. Like, I got bronchitis. You know what I mean? Like,
ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
These video clips was really going viral, and they actually was funny, and you can tell why they went viral, unlike in the last era. But of course, that era wasn't going to last pretty long, and it wasn't going to be here for that long, and it's not as memorable. So it comes to play the eras that we all love, or me personally, I love, and I always remember. With the first of these two being the YouTube song era, not to get it confused with the diss track era that Jake Paul created. This is a whole different era, and it's way before that era. But in the YouTube song era, we had a lot of songs dropping on YouTube, man. Like a lot of songs. Like, do you remember the
"That's How You Feel"? And the guys be like, asking all them questions.
If you don't, then I don't know what you was doing as a kid, man. That was one of the most viral moments in our childhood. At least my childhood. I don't know what your childhood was like, but in my childhood, Why You Asking All Them Questions was a staple. It got so crazy to the point where he blew up and he eventually ended up on Wild 'N Out. Shout out Emmanuel Hudson, and there was all drama around that. That's how deep in I was and everybody else was into that situation. Cause why Spoken Reasons take all the money? He crazy. And it actually ended up being crazier because Emmanuel Hudson was the bigger person out of the group, or the biggest person out of the two. And the reason why it even got known was because of Emmanuel Hudson. So shout out to Emmanuel Hudson, man, cause I couldn't do it. I would have had to get my money back in blood. But in this era, we did have a lot of songs. We had more songs than that, and we had another Emmanuel Hudson song. And the other Emmanuel Hudson song is,
"Let me see your test. What's the answers to this test? I gotta pass. Let me see your test. I don't wanna fail this class. I got F's.
and man, I don't know if this song bigger than the last song, Why You Asking All Them Questions, but man, it was a shoe-in for second. I can't believe this era was really here. In this era, we was really listening to these type of songs, because if I'm being real, I will not listen to either of these two songs today. But at the time, it was a time to listen to them songs because I was a kid and I didn't know no better, and it was funny and it was, you know, cool at the time. You see what I'm saying? Everybody was listening to the song, and so I had to listen to it too, obviously. But the song that I really liked was F. Kevin Durant. Yes, you heard me right. Fuck Kevin Durant. Yes, Lil B song. Lil B is a pioneer in this YouTube shit, for real. Like, Lil B really paved the way for a lot of people. And a lot of people don't know that, but Lil B is actually raw. Like, flex like one time suit. Like, you gotta really listen to Lil B to know Lil B. But Lil B made F Kevin Durant, and it was a whole little thing around it. It was like, oh my God, he said F Kevin Durant. And the song got so known to the point where he was talking about, yeah, I put this curse on Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant ain't gonna win the championship unless he go to the Golden State Warriors. And what ended up happening is, you know the story, Kevin Durant ended up actually going to the Golden State Warriors. And what did he do? He actually won a championship. But at the time, before he went to the team, Lil B was even getting first take shows just off of the strength of this song. That's why this song is so crazy and so legendary. Cause like, really, oh my goodness. I need to stop it. Hold on, what I'm going, man. Let me get back into the video, man. Which brings me to my personal favorite era, the hood shit era. And I know you might be like, what the fuck? What the fuck is a hood shit era? Oh my goodness. Vengie has to stop cursing. He cursed too much. Okay, I will stop cursing. I think. But the hood shit era is the hood shit era, plain and simple. This era produced songs like the last era too, but this era is different from that era, which is why I didn't include it in that era. This era had songs like Shout Bust Shouty and the Little Einsteins remix. Yes, Shout Bust Shouty and the Little Einsteins remix was going crazy. Like shout, 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 bust Shouty, shout, bust Shouty. Like, for real, man, that era was crazy. And it's so funny looking back at it because you don't really see things like this today, which is why it's so memorable and so loved and missed. Like, I don't know if y'all know, but Swag Like Caillou, Wrist Fuck Like Caillou, like all these songs was a staple in that era. And I know a lot of people who viewing this video, if they don't know nothing about nothing, they might not even know about these eras because, you know, everybody wasn't on the same wavelength in YouTube. Everybody wasn't watching the same things, but I was watching this. And yes, it's one of them eras, you know what I mean? This is one of them eras that was my personal favorites. Like, I know you guys don't know about NasSun.com. Oh my goodness, NasSun.com was everything. It basically was, nah, son, they was doing voiceovers of cartoons and making it in a way that's relatable to me. You see what I'm saying? It was relatable to me, Vengie. You see what I'm saying, twin? But that's so crazy, man. I really miss these errors in YouTube, and I just wanted to remind you of some of the errors and show you some of the errors, and hopefully something can come back of this. But man, with that being said, subscribe if you're messing with the vibe. It's your boy Vengie with a 3 at the end, D, and I'm out.
Nigga, why you there from the start? Reaching for the top, yeah, reaching for the stars. This new shit is my art. I know what I'm feeling, gotta go hard.